Welcome back to WRPB and our WRPB studios. The recent things that have happened in the world have affected a lot of different businesses, one mainly being the restaurant business. However, I am honored to have Pietro from Pietro's on the River,
Thank you. Glad to be here.
Hutchinson Island, here with us. Pietro, how did this affect you and your business?
Well, of course, for any person in my business, it was a tough year last year, as you know. First, we shut down for a while. Then we started having takeout. That worked a little bit, but overall, people were reluctant to go out, so it was difficult to get the customers in. But we survived. No, now we're doing fine, and uh, uh, we are the first one to implement all the sanitations, mask, uh, in the kitchen, front, everywhere. My staff never left me; they are still there today. So it was quite an adventure. At the same time, it was something that we learned uh, all working together. To be honest with you,
That's
yeah,
great. It's good to have a team behind you that stands by you and is willing to do what needs to be done, isn't it?
that's correct. Yeah.
So, you have implemented some new policies, I'm sure, as many other places have. What can people do to feel safe and know that you are going to take care of them when they come in?
Where again, first thing first, sanitations. For obviously, we come in, the place looks nice and clean. No, we have masks till today. We have masks on the side for customers that needed it. But right now, practically, everybody comes in, all the customers without the mask, which is fine, of course. I still wear it. I don't know why, but I still do, just in case to make customers comfortable. That's all.
Now, you've been in business for just a little while.
Well, actually, to be honest with you, I started in 1963. My
Wow.
first year of hotel college was in 1963 in Italy, of course. And from that moment on, I never left the business. Even though when I was in the Italian army, I was in charge of the officers club. That means I never left the business since 1963.
So, you've got a little bit of experience even through the Italian army.
That's correct.
And your parents were part of the restaurant
That is
business, too.
correct. I was born practically under the table in my parents' restaurant, to be honest with you.
So, you kind of grew up with the restaurant concept, didn't you?
Absolutely, it's my passion, believe
How
it or not.
long has Pietro's on the River been in
12
business?
years, right now it's 12 years, doing well. Again, last year was tough, but right now it's back again, and we're doing fine, to be honest with you.
And the dishes that you serve, are they mainly Italian style dishes? Do you have a variety of?
No, I call it innovative American cuisine. I don't want to call it Italian, even though I'm Italian. I don't want to call it French or, innovative means everything practically, from chicken to pasta to lobster, rack of lamb, fillets, practically everything.
So you can get a nice variety while you're there and something to take care of everybody in your party.
Exactly. And we always specials, of course, every single day. That's the most important thing in the restaurant business, nice specials, mostly seafood.
Are you available for takeout or are you doing catering?
We still do takeouts, not catering though. We still do takeouts. Uh, was stronger a few months ago, but now very, very little, to be honest
Okay.
to you.
And what about parties at the restaurant? Are you able to accommodate a
Parties,
party?
yes. We are lucky to have weddings. They start coming back again. We lost lots of weddings last year. They start rebooking, and practically every single week, I have people coming in asking for weddings space that we have.
Hmm.
We have a space that can accommodate 80 people plus the entire restaurant. So practically altogether, we can have a wedding of 215 people practically.
Wow.
Yeah,
So it's a beautiful location. It's right there on the river on Hutchinson Island. So it's
it's a perfect layout, a beautiful sunset when we have it. Not lately, by the way, but it's a nice setting. It's comfortable.
and
It's quaint.
it's you're able to get married right there on the property as well. So
Yes, we
it's
have a
kind of a
gazebo.
one-stop shop.
Exactly. One-stop shop. That's exactly right.
That's great. What are your normal days and hours for the public?
Well, right now we close Monday and Tuesday, to be honest to you. So it's open, no lunches, every night from 4:30 to 9 o'clock in the kitchen. And the bar, of course, is open until
Until
customers
people
leave.
stop drinking.
Exactly.
So if you want a cocktail, this is the place to go.
Absolutely.
That's
Look at
fantastic.
the sunset.
So you're right there on the island, surrounded by a lot of condominiums and things along that line. Do you think that helps your business?
They do, obviously. There are 5 condominiums right there with 530 units, so uh, it's very helpful.
What would you say your signature dish would be? What's the favorite thing on the menu for you?
I think that best probably is the sea bass that we use, when we have it, we bring it in. Uh, it's a beautiful dish, and the chef is very creative. It changes every night, except, sometimes a scallop with it, or a shrimp, or like
Mm-hmm.
sea bass is an excellent dish.
Sea bass is a delicious dish, one of the many. So that's fantastic. Um, so you said that your staff stayed with you throughout things. How many do you have on your staff?
Altogether, we have between kitchen, office, and about 28 people, which is no. But they all stay with me. Of course, I give them an incentive, uh, and they're still the same people, which they've been with me for 10 years or more, by the way. They know the customers, they know customer preferences, what they did last time, they know my last name. So
Wow.
it's very, very important. It's like a family thing, practically. I hate to say that, but
Right.
like I tell my customers, it's a home away from home.
That's a fantastic way to do things. So you were telling me the three basics of the restaurant business earlier. What would those be?
Restaurant business, or any business, by the way, three very important ingredients, in my opinion, is passion for your job, consistency, of course, and genuine care for your customers. I think it's a home run for any business.
And it certainly sounds like you have that genuine care for sure.
Thank you.
Now, you've been involved with a couple of other locations in the
Ventures,
past.
yes.
So, um, how did Pietro's on the River come about? What made you stay with that?
Because it's established, first of all. Secondly, another name. And the food changed a little bit, but not that much. The clientele, uh, they know what they're going to get. Mostly regular customers, of course. And I'm lucky for that.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Now, you were saying that when your parents were in business, it was more of a mom and pop deal. Mom in the kitchen taking care of things, and dad out front making sure everybody was happy and well
Yeah,
fed.
my dad up front having a glass of wine mostly, but yes, it was a mom and pop restaurant.
Now, have you carried any of mom's recipes along with you as you've been in business since
Mm,
the 60s?
yes and no. Yes and no. I love to be in the kitchen myself, to be honest to you. But no, I improvise. I do things now that are totally different that my mother or my sisters or everybody else was doing.
So you'd get
But
a slap if she was around,
that is
probably,
correct.
wouldn't you? You know, sometimes you have to just venture out on your own, don't you?
Exactly.
And I'm sure they would be proud to see where you are now.
Yes.
So, Petro, what would your vision for the future of your restaurant be?
Well,
Do you have any plans coming up?
plans is to retire, not tomorrow, the next day, but when you reach a certain age, it's time to probably change and enjoy life. But I have a young family, of course, young children, a 19 and a 17-year-old daughter, a beautiful wife, and it's time for me to probably stop in a few years and take care of life
Take care of
on
life.
the other
Enjoy
side and
yourself
see
for a change.
exactly
See what it's like to sit at the table instead of
on the
serve
other
it.
side exactly.
There you go. What's the location of the restaurant?
Well,
What's the address?
This is you are on Hutchinson Island, just north of Jensen Beach Causeway, at the Island Dune Country Club. We are totally separate from the country club. I mean, it's a freestanding restaurant. It's no stairs to go in. It's just flat, so very accessible, wheelchair accessible, and everything else. Um, is pretty big. We have about altogether about 200 seats, but mostly 100 is for parties, or 70 or 80 or 30, and the rest the regular restaurant. They are combined practically. Um, it's a nice layout, beautiful layout.
Great. And how can somebody reach you?
They can always call us 772-229-7575. Now remember that Monday and Tuesday we are closed, so pick up the phone on Wednesday if you can.
There you
now,
go.
because I'm always there. So
Kind of home away from home, as you said.
that is correct. Yes.
And are reservations required?
Well, if you have reservation, automatically you're at the table. If you don't have reservations, if you have to wait 5 minutes, there's no problem. We have a beautiful bar, full bar, overlooking the ninth hole of the golf course, so it's nice.
So not required, but strongly suggested.
Strongly suggested.
Fantastic.
Correct.
Well, Pietro, thank you for joining us today in the studio. I appreciate it. And best of luck with your future, and hopefully you can look at that retirement soon.
Yes, thank you very much. It's my pleasure. It was a pleasure being with you.
Thank you.
Thank you again for coming.
We'll be back.